Okay, students, so welcome in your BE Basic Electronics ECE 102 lecture series. In this video, we will do one more numerical on rectifier. Okay, now I will read the problem for you. A full wave rectifier uses a double diode, the forward resistance of each element being 200 ohms. The rectifier supplies current to a load resistance of 1000 ohms. The primary to secondary turns ratio of center tapped transformer is 1 is to 3. The transformer primary is fed from a supply of 240 volt RMS. Find DC load current. We have to find DC load current. Now, okay, first of all, we are being given primary to total secondary turns ratio is this, and the transformer primary is fed from a supply of 240 volt RMS. Now, first target is to find out the transformer total secondary voltage. Now, V primary okay over V secondary, that is equal to turns ratio N primary over N secondary, so that V secondary comes out to be V primary, which is 240 volts RMS. This is the RMS value into N secondary upon N primary, which is equal to 3. If N primary to N secondary is 1 by 3, then N secondary to N primary will be equal to 3. Now this comes out to be 720 volt. So this is the total secondary voltage. In a center tap transformer, the output voltage, the peak value of output voltage in any case is always equal to half of the total secondary voltage, or the voltage applied between the center tap and either end of the secondary. So we will write that V secondary by 2. This is a voltage between center tap and upper end of the secondary, or voltage between center tap and lower end of the secondary. It is equal to 720 divided by 2. So it comes out to be 360 volt RMS. Now we want to find the peak value of the voltage between secondary, either end of the secondary, and center tap. So that will be equal to, as you can say, our input voltage is, this is input voltage pure, it's a sinusoidal voltage, so its peak value will be equal to 360 multiplied by root 2. RMS value of this sinusoidal voltage is peak value by root 2. So peak value will be equal to RMS value into root 2. So it comes out to be 509 volts. Now, DC load current, that will be equal to, first of all, we will calculate the peak load current denoted by IM. Okay, peak load current is equal to, if we say this, if we denote it by VM, VM over RD plus RL. So during each half cycle, one diode conducts, okay, and acts in series with the load resistance as well as secondary winding. If we assume the secondary winding resistance to be 0, then the total series resistance of the circuit will become, when the diode is conducting, will become equal to RD plus RL. That's why peak value of load current or circuit current will be equal to total circuit current or load current. So it comes out to be VM is 509. We had calculated it, and RD diode resistance is given to us. It is equal to diode forward resistance. Either you denote it by RD or RF. It is equal to 200. Then plus load resistance is also given to us, which is equal to 1000 ohms. When we will solve it, answer comes out to be 0.424 amperes current. It is a peak value of load current. Now DC load current will be equal to IM. It is the value, twice IM, as in the case of center tap full wave rectifier. This is the load current. It is the full wave rectified output. Its DC value is twice IM by pi. So you will put 2 into 0.424 divided by 3.14. It comes out to be 0.27 ampere. Next, we have to find out direct current in each diode. Please read it carefully. We have to find the direct current in each diode. As each diode conducts only half a cycle, so current flows in each diode only half a cycle. This is the current waveform for ID1, diode D1. This is the current waveform for ID2. So current through each diode flows only half of the cycle. In diode D1, it flows during positive half cycle, and in diode D2, it flows during negative half cycle in the positive direction. Therefore, the direct current in each diode, if we denote it by I DC in D1, then it is equal to IM by pi. Value of DC current of a half wave rectified waveform. Now RMS value of current through diode D1, IRMS D1 will also be equal to Im by 2. The value of RMS current for a half wave rectified current. Now this is the, please mention that this is the IDC value for diode, each diode. This is the RMS value for each diode. So power dissipated in each diode will be equal to Im by 2 square into RD. Okay, now we have to find out the DC power output, power delivered to the load. DC power output delivered to the load will be equal to P DC will be equal to IDC square into RL. Now IDC is the DC value or average value of the load current. Load current is denoted, this is the load current waveform. It is denoted by IL. Now you have to take the DC value or average value of the load current which you had just calculated. IDC is equal to twice Im by pi, this value 0.27 ampere. Take it, square it, and then multiply it by 1000 ohms, so that you will get 72.9 watt. This is your output power, DC output power delivered to the load. Okay, now we have to find the ripple voltage across load resistance. So ripple voltage, first you find out the ripple current I RMS dash, then multiplied it by RL. As I had told you, IRMS dash is equal to square root of IRMS square root of IRMS square minus IDC square. Fine, this is the IRMS dash multiplied by IRL, so that you will get the answer comes out to be 130.8 volt. This is the ripple voltage across load resistance. Here IRMS is the RMS value of load current. IDC is the DC or average value of the load current. Okay, and RL is the load resistance. Now next is we have to find out the percentage regulation. Percentage regulation is the DC variation, DC output variation whenever load changes from no load to full load, and it is given by voltage at no load minus voltage at full load divided by voltage at full load into 100%. This is the formula for percentage regulation. Now you can see just see here, this is a circuit. Suppose this is RS, or if you replace it by diode and diode forward resistance RD, So we can have a circuit similar to this. Input voltage between the center tap and the upper end of the secondary. This is the this will, suppose this will represent the diode resistance, forward resistance, and this will be the load resistance. Now at no load there will be no current through the circuit, but yes, the voltage at the output terminals do exist. Terminal voltages do exist. Now when there is no RL, it's an open circuit, the voltage between these two terminals C and D will be equal to a voltage between the center tap and the upper winding of the secondary. Or in this case, you can say that voltage at no load is equal to Vs. Okay, now what will happen when load is full? Load is maximum. When load is maximum, this circuit will behave as a voltage divider, and the voltage across these two terminals C and D, or across between these two terminals or across RL, will be equal to Vs into RL by Rs plus this Vs into RL by Rs plus RL. This is the voltage at full load. Okay, and voltage at no load will be equal to Vs. So that what I can say that here in this case, if I have to find the percentage regulation, then it will be, suppose if I assume that voltage between center tap and the upper end of the secondary is, this is the, I'm talking about the instantaneous voltage. If it is Vi instantaneous voltage, its peak value I had just found, it is equal to 509 volt. Voltage between the center tap and upper end or lower end of the secondary. Now if it is Vi, then the voltage at full load will be Vi into RL by RF plus RL. And if we divide it, percentage regulation, Vi minus Vi, voltage at full load, RL by RD plus RL divided by Vi into RL divided by RD plus RL, then percentage regulation will become equal to RD by RL into 100. See, in this case, if you denote the forward resistance of diode by RF, then it will become RF by RL into 100. Otherwise, if you denote the forward resistance of diode by RD, then it will become equal to RD by RL into 100. So it comes out to be 20%. So percentage regulation will be equal to 20%. Now rectification efficiency is 81.2 by 1 plus RD by RL. So it comes out to be 67.7%. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much.